My name is Chesney. I'm the general manager for TechWise. So TechWise is a woman-owned small disadvantaged business. We're based in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We are currently celebrating our 20th year anniversary, and TechWise provides defense services to the Department of the Army, the Air Force, Marines, and the Navy. We focus on analysis, training and education, doctrine writing, and Centers of Excellence support. We currently have 10 contracts across 7 states, and also we have work overseas in the United Arab Emirates with 11 contracts over there. In Colorado's economy, since we're focused on the Department of Defense, we look at the government does lowest price technically acceptable type of solicitations, and we're trying to get out of that market since we're tied to Department of Defense, not really the local economy. So what we want to do is provide best value to the government, and that's why we have looked at expanding elsewhere outside of Colorado into the United Arab Emirates, where there seems to be a higher end type of work, best value for the types of services that we provide with training and education. Our CEO, Chesney, has diversified by going over to the United Arab Emirates, and we've been there since 2011. And what she really believes in is bringing smaller companies from the Colorado Springs area or from Colorado into United Arab Emirates. We have tested the waters over there in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai, and the water's fine. We have picked up a lot of lessons learned on the cultures, negotiations, lessons learned, those types of things, and we provide a great sounding board or stepping stone for small companies that want to expand globally within the United Arab Emirates. Chesney is a great visionary, and we have diversified about 2 or 3 times since 1994 when TechWise was formed. Initially, we were an information technology consulting company, and then Chesney was performing great services to the government. They decided to say, why not provide support within Department of Defense, specifically Fort Carson, Colorado. And that's where Chesney started receiving some type of direct award. So we kind of transitioned or diversified from information technology to training and education, focusing on instruction to soldiers at Fort Carson, Colorado, and to assist in doctrine writing, which is more manuals, writing military manuals for soldiers to follow. From there, in about 2010, 2011, Chesney saw the downsides within Department of Defense with sequestration, smaller budgets, those types of things, and within the lowest price technically acceptable evaluation criteria versus a high value. She saw that, and as a great visionary, started looking elsewhere outside of the United States, and actually found a lot of great work over in the United Arab Emirates. In 2009, 2010, we just saw this shift, this downsize in the market. And what you had was a lot of defense industry companies competing against one single opportunity. And it's always a cost shootout, being low price technically acceptable, so the company with the lowest bid usually wins. Doesn't necessarily mean that you provide the quality of service for that. Well, with that, Chesney had the entrepreneurship vision and started looking elsewhere into the United Arab Emirates. And we have 2 headquarters over there, one in Abu Dhabi and one in Dubai, and we provide training and education support to the military over there, and also for battle staff training. What traits we look for is, one, Chesney believes in giving back to the community. So TechWise is involved with a mentorship program where we have military members retiring from the Army. We kind of sit down with them and talk to them about life after the military. Additionally, as part of a program at the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, there's a Boots to Suit program, and we sponsor a soldier who has departed the Army and is attending college. And the type of traits we look for is looking at somebody who is passionate about helping out the customer, doing the right thing when nobody's looking. And we believe by doing that, it provides improved human performance and really just helps the customer in many ways, because we provide the best service to that individual. We're looking at expanding elsewhere outside of the United Arab Emirates, maybe into the Gulf Cooperation Council. There's a lot of things that we could apply within our work with the Department of Defense, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. We're looking at the opportunities for emergency preparedness, crisis response at the state and local level within Colorado Springs, and also for health and human services. And then Chesney, as a great visionary, is looking at expanding elsewhere within the Middle East. And there's a lot of great stuff out there. The water's fine. We've tested it. And what we're trying to do now is get more involvement for the Colorado Springs companies and the Colorado companies to be involved over in the United Arab Emirates and also internationally. In 2010 again and 2011, Shawnee moved over to the United Arab Emirates. And what we found out as a small business is now you have two fronts. You have the market within the United States and the market overseas. And the challenges that we faced were communication. You know, we would have to Skype at night for their morning. They're either 11 hours ahead of us, depending on the daylight savings time, or 10 hours ahead of us in the United Arab Emirates. So we're actually working on two separate efforts. So Shawnee's focusing on work over in the Middle East, and we're focusing on the 10 contracts across 7 states within the United States. And again, that's the biggest challenge, is the communication. What she's found out, again, being a woman-owned small company, moving over to the United Arab Emirates in 2011, is that the customs, the cultures, the negotiations, a woman in a man's environment over there. And Shawnee has met all of that, and she has a lot of wealth to spread to companies within Colorado Springs. And that's why we want to get more involvement over there in the United Arab Emirates.